Hello everyone, and I'm the writer, and another review video is here! This time on Star Wars Visions, Marvel What If, and The Amazing World of Gumball. An odd combination, but these are really fantastic stories that should be enjoyed and celebrated, even if some are a bit serious than others. Now, this is storytelling, the style, the good, the bad, and what is to come next. So, let's get on with the video. Visions. The storytelling. Holy cow, did Visions blow my expectations out of the water. This is better than the recent trilogy Disney gave us by a long shot. Each episode tells a story of its own and really shows how diverse, vast, and different the universe is. For example, episode 3 is about a pair of twins who were created by the dark side, but the male twin, Kare, decides to find his purpose and gets visions of his sister's death. On embraces the dark side and plans to fight him with everything she has. Then the next episode is about a village that is under the rule of bandits. The daughter of the village chief has to be taken from the village, but luckily, a Jedi is there and saves the day. Another episode I really enjoyed is the lightsaber blacksmith. That's episode 9. We never see this in Star Wars lore, but there is an episode of how lightsabers are made, which is so cool. I love the lore behind it, and there are many more that I'm not able to tell but have good episodes just like this. The style. Each episode has its own style, which is amazing. My favorite animation studios and my favorite voice actors actually came to do this, and that's just so good. I love the voices for Kare and Om, and that also happens to be the episode where my favorite animation studios animated it. Who did it? The same people who animated Kill la Kill. Yep, Trigger! Seriously, there are so many other studios featured in this and so many wonderful screenshot scenes that really make it stand out on its own. It is a gorgeous show through and through. I seriously can't get over how beautiful it is. Oh, and did I mention the first episode is animated by the same people who animated JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? The good. Let's see, wonderful storytelling, check. Wonderful animation, check. I don't think I'm missing anything, though I will say the lip syncing does need a bit of work, but it wasn't too bad. This was so good. I can't believe I didn't watch this until recently, by recently about like a week ago. Now, I watch it whenever I need some kind of inspiration for my stories. The bad. Rarely do I ever say this, but there's nothing bad about this series. It is Star Wars, but with an amazing plot, music, and art. I really hope there'll be more of this, but only time will tell. For now, I highly recommend you watch Star Wars Visions. The Amazing World of Gumball! Alright, let's jump into it. The storytelling. This is a very weird storytelling at times, but that's kind of what I love about it. Honestly, it ranges from silly, stupid stories you either thought about doing as a child or did as a child, to serious ones that are more relevant today. For example, the scene where Gumball tries to jump a freeway because he believes he has bad luck is definitely something child me thought about doing. And then we have the scene where Nicole leaves her parents and she and Richard both move in together. Honestly, anything with Nicole is relatable when you are a grown-up. Then it sometimes has dark moments as well as humor clearly meant for anyone older. Honestly, the storytelling is very good. I enjoyed it, though I can see how others might not enjoy it. It doesn't often follow any storyline. Each episode is pretty much its own episode, but they do make references to the previous ones later on. The style. You can see the animation change, but the animation is what makes this show stand out besides the very weird, dark, and somewhat realistic storytelling idea. We have traditional 2D animation, meaning with the realistic backgrounds of a common neighborhood, to changes in the entire animation itself. One episode that really stands out to me is the one where it's about Nicole's childhood with Sumi's mother. Legit, that was amazing! I did not expect a full-blown anime fight scene. Another animation I like is Rob. He is aesthetically ecstatic. How on earth did they do that? One of my friends who is studying art and animation even knows that this show does a wonderful job of showcasing different animation from the characters to the whole scene. Seriously, this show has fantastic animation. The good. I actually like how the fourth wall is just gone. They had an episode that is straight up parodying Final Fantasy VII. Then they also had an episode in honor of Skyfall and The Force Awakens down to the names in the opening. If anyone's a fan of Star Wars, you recall how insane it was to get the ticket for The Force Awakens. I also enjoy the animation references too. Legit, Gumball turns into Goku and gets cloud hair at one point. Then we have the strange origins for Darwin and Ais, but it's still very unique and that's what I enjoy about it. Each story about a character is unique and definitely adjusted to the modern era at times, or at least reflected some people in real life, which is actually cool. You meet all kinds of different people with different backgrounds. I really like that. The bad. I think the plot actually interferes with this series. That's because sometimes it can be a bit much for people and it can have like dark moments. But also anyone who likes consistencies in their stories and a linear plotline, they may not like this as much. Again, the series doesn't really build off each other unless it's like really next to each other with the finale and two-parters and origin stories, but that's about it. Again, the plot isn't linear. It can sometimes break out. Marvel What If? The storytelling. I love the direction this show took, and I think it's really well done. No doubt about it. I love Peggy Carter as Captain America, T'Challa as Star-Lord, and Party Thor. Though I do feel like a few episodes were out of place or just plain odd. The zombie one and the one with Killmonger came to mind the most. The zombie one is not what I was expecting. I thought we were going to use the comics, which did a pretty good run of it. I didn't enjoy the Killmonger one, nor did I enjoy the zombie ones as much. I did like Hank Pym killing all of the Avengers, and Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands. I also think the finale is good, but not great. It does a good job, but it did seem a little bit underwhelming in certain parts. The style. I actually like the style of animation. I don't know why, but I just do. I think in part is it being very fluid and kind of reminds me of Ruby's. I do love how smooth everything is and detailed too. I think it works too for a series that just has some fighting mainly. I also love their designs, or at least anyone who got a new design, like Captain Marvel, Evil Doctor Strange, Party Thor, Captain Carter. I can't wait for more of this animation. At least it's going good for that. The good. I think the good part is how dark they're willing to take the story and give these heroes terrible fates. That's pretty good. I liked how the Avengers died a bunch of times and others got their time to shine. Also, Chadwick's performance is beautiful. He really sold it as Black Panther if he was Star-Lord in this one. And he always got the character right. Regardless, he and the others really do the characters justice and perform well with them. I also enjoy the different variants of certain characters we got to meet, kind of similar to that in Loki. I still love Captain Carter the most, along with Party Thor, even though I'm kind of surprised Party Thor is stronger than current Thor, but it's still pretty cool to see different variants of the favorite characters you like. The bad. I think the reason this isn't too strong is due to 2 lackluster episodes and not getting the Gamora and Tony Stark one. I think this isn't as good as I thought it was going to be because the pacing of those episodes and where they were placed overall, it was also leaked too. The episode stills for Gamora and Tony Stark are still there, so we don't know why they didn't release it. From what I've heard though, the episode is tied to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and they didn't release it before then, which kind of makes sense due to timing, but that's just kind of odd. Also for the finale, it seemed kind of underwhelming, but also Killmonger? That man killed Tony and other people to get what he wanted. What was the watcher thinking? Don't get me wrong, I love his character, but why? What is to come next? What If has already stated numerous times that it plans to have a second season that will hopefully have the lost episode of Gamora and Tony Stark. We don't know what it'll be about, but I'm sure it'll be different somehow, better than some of the movies even, as well as having it ties to Doctor Strange 2 with rumors of Captain Carter appearing in that. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what that movie's gonna be about anymore. There are so many reshoots, edits, and locations, as well as crazy amount of characters. Honestly, that movie's going to be crazy. As for me, I'm not really sure. At the moment, Hitalia Season 7 English dub is going on, and Madoka Magica Records Season 2 subbed is still happening. I think that's fine, we need a bit of a break after all the crazy shows we've had in a month. Actually, Hawkeye's coming up, so expect that. And the Eternals, I forgot about the Eternals. Oh, what are the results? Star Wars Vision, 5 out of 5. No objections, this was fantastic. Everything about this was just good. Gumball, 4 out of 5. While the humor is a bit much along with the themes, it certainly does have its moments that really make it stand out as such an unique show. What If is 4 out of 5. I did find it a bit underwhelming of an ending, and not having all the character episodes a bit saddening, but it did show us different sides of the MCU we could potentially see explored further on, and see the other variants of certain characters we love. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment, and have a wonderful day. Bye!